Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good morning,
everybody.
everybody out there in Park. Good morning, Gina Lee.
Good morning, Party Marty. Good morning, Cece.
Good
Good
morning,
morning, everybody.
Emily.
Good morning, everybody out there in podcast land. Once again, like to thank y'all for joining in on Who You With.
This ain't who you with.
This simply us.
I'm sorry, baby, but I had to laugh.
We love
Hey,
you.
I
You
guess y'all
all
know
know what
that's
day
this.
it is.
Hey, cuz
That
God's
means
grace and mercy got us here again because God's grace and mercy.
you working hard, buddy.
That's what's up. Hey,
that
I
that's
guess y'all.
that's called retirement time. When you retire, you don't know Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, they all the same to you.
Hey, I guess I already gave a heads up on my topic today. My topic today is the confusion with daylight savings time.
There you
You don't know
go.
what broadcast it is. You don't know what time it is. Is it up an hour? Is it back an hour? I'll get into my segment when I get in there. But first, let's thank everybody for allowing us into your homes, on your phones, in your houses. Hey, yeah. Good morning.
That
And,
was
Good
a
and,
good
and,
morning.
and, and
segue. That was a good
yeah,
segue.
yeah, that's it. Hey, listen, real talk. This a smooth retaliation for Gina and Cece. Always got props. You know what I mean? They always got props. And I heard them the other day. Now her, Pastor Rhonda, and Cunningham, and everybody. They getting how many sets of those y'all got, Gina? We got 4. Okay, I guess we all gonna be quadruplets. First, y'all start off. I'm gonna get a set. Pastor Ron gonna get you twins, and then somebody gonna get a set B, and BB gonna get a set you triplets. Now y'all quadruplets. Y'all running around, got the same jewelry. Y'all got the little props. Gina always got a little cross and God thing on, looking all the tie all smooth and stuff. So I figure when I hit my topic today, I'll segue in. Hey, y'all. That was smooth. Y'all like that. Hey, let's get our prayer and get started. Father God, thank you for the wonderful things that's going on in all our lives. Father God, thank you for the podcast. Father God, we always pray for everybody over there fighting them God-forsaken wars, losing mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, losing limbs, Father God, losing homes and families and marriages when they get home. Father God, please keep them in the bosom. Please keep them close. Please keep them under your arms. Father God, we still pray for everybody that's dealing with this God-forsaken pandemic. Because if y'all don't know it, y'all, is this new variant I was watching the other day is rampant again. It's rampant again. Father God, please do whatever you can to get these people in the right direction to get vaccinated so we can move on. Once again, Father God, with all the hurricanes going on, the blizzards, the snowstorms, the Gina saying the largest wildfire on record was burning in the coldest region on earth. Father God, we are looking at things that represent the end of days. Father God, please keep us. Moment of silence for everybody who's not here. Amen.
Amen.
Y'all, I wanted to hit y'all with my little topic today. I wanted to segue and be as smooth as I could. Gina and Cece and them, they prepared for this. And I wanted to do a little prop of my own. I'm out here putting my baskets together for tomorrow. Y'all don't forget to chime in for Spotlight on Small Businesses because I'm a small business myself worker now. Moon bounces are slow, so I've been working diligently putting baskets together for the show tomorrow. This is Cancer Awareness Month. This is a serious topic, and we'll have baskets and stuff to you send some people that could be in need of these just to make them smile. But Gina donated a bunch of jewelry for the baskets. She donated a bunch of her paparazzi jewelry that we'll be talking about tomorrow, and she's paying forward. Shout out to Pastor Rhonda who implemented this, and it's been going on. Miss Renee Goodman paying it forward, BB paying it forward. Everybody's been paying it forward. So I try to random act of kindness, pay it forward. Gina Lee has donated the jewelry that you'll see in your cancer baskets. This is her paying it forward too. So that's something we talk about. But my topic today, and my prop having my Raven stuff on is where did this thing really even come from? Daylight savings time. Somebody that reads books and mayonnaise bottles and ketchup bottles like my wife, a person that does research like Gina, or a person with a PhD like Doc, or the studio audience out there. Y'all answer this. Is this man-made? Did somebody one day decide on this daylight saving time? Is this biblical? I mean, is it?
It's a man-made thing, of course, but they have been, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gina, but they have been legislating for a while to put an end to it, because really it don't make sense. If it's going to be dark outside when you wake up and when you go to sleep, it's just going to be dark. You know what I'm saying? I don't even understand what the point of it is.
Gina.
Well, daylight, it is a man-made situation, put it that way.
Okay.
In 1895, George Hudson, an entomologist from New Zealand, came up with the modern concept of daylight saving time. And he proposed a 2-hour time shift so he'd have more after work hours of sunshine to go bug hunting in the sun.
Hey, you wonderful people. I love y'all, Jack. I love y'all. You invented a holiday to go what kind of hunting?
Bug hunting.
Go look at some spiders. See what were you getting ready to say?
I don't know. That's crazy right there in and of itself. But I mean, the whole thing just don't make sense to me. It just throw your body off. You be confused about what time it is. Even when we were creating the broadcast today, I put 11 o'clock. Facebook haven't even caught up with the time yet. They posted it to start at 12 when I put it as 11. So it just create a whole bunch of confusion to me.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of chaos. I mean, I don't understand it. I think it's real plain and simple to me. It's a little darker when you wake up, or it's a little lighter when you go to sleep. That's it. What does the time got to do with it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because it's still gonna be dark or light. So I don't get it.
I think we can really sum that up in one little simple phrase: doing too much.
Doing too much.
Sometimes you could just be doing too much. That's just doing too much. I mean, you try to figure out how this would be. You're just doing too much. While I got that on there, I'm Gina today. I'm hot. I'm hitting you with my Gina get ready to hate on me. Yeah, I got two of them. So, and the next topic is we return to sports at the White House. Sports returns to the White House. Hands up, y'all. Hands up for that. Hands up for that. Hands up for that, y'all. This is a prestigious thing to do. I look back at Gina and Cece when they won the Black Wall Street Award. Donnie Glover, shout out to that award there. Gina Lee said something that was really heavy when she made her little speech. She said, "This is a game changer for me. This is a game changer for me." I looked at Cece over there. She was proud as can be. Her mother was there. Stepdad was there. Friends and family was there. Gina was doing her usual, buying rounds and drinks for us. Got the table ready. Doing it, Gina. Did you say she got there an hour early at the girls' night?
Whenever you go out with Gina, she always gonna get there early and get the table.
Yeah, somebody has to do that. It's an art to that. It's an art to that, being on time and being the person that gets everything set up. Bunny runs around and picks out the restaurants. They get more expensive every time Bunny pick them out. I'm gonna pick out the next restaurant during the Applebee's. I'm gonna tell you that. You know what I mean? Because these women, y'all out there, I'm gonna tell you, these women, especially my wife Gina and all these people that are retired and got their own money. I'm so sorry for you guys out there that's screwing it up. Because these women are just moving right along without you, man. They eating steaks, they eat lobsters, they eat what they want. But you used to run around and you could hold that over their head. Yeah, if you want to go out and have a good time, Jack, I'm gonna go out and take you there, something to do that. Yeah, y'all the blue, they got their own damn money. I popped in there and told him, I said, it was supposed to be what we usually do each time we eat out is different. You know what I mean? And the last person pay and the other person pay. Gina started this. She said one day, right? See, she wanted to take us out. You know what I mean? She said she wanted to go to Papa's because Oprah Winfrey eats at Papa's every time she comes to Papa's. So Gina took us to Papa's. It was fine. We ate the crab cakes and we enjoyed it. But Papa's was, with Gina and all, like $160. For 3 people, it costs about $50, $55 to eat. Once you're eating and drinking, because we eat and drink. So Gina wanted it to be that way. We went to Papa's. We had a good time. We thought that was it. Next time we're going to go to TGI or something like that. Next time we end up back at Papa's. downtown at Cross Street Market. The bill was higher than that. Then we end up here back. Hey, where you going? Gina said, my turn again. I said, where we going? She said, I'm going to go back to Papa's. She said, $160 joy. But that's what she wanted to eat. What I'm saying is these ladies now can afford to eat wherever they want. You guys have put yourself in a position now where y'all are no longer the big shots that you could use that. Let's talk some grown stuff. You trying to talk to get you something. You take her out. That's what you used to do. Take her to dinner and all that kind of stuff, man. Now you ain't gonna get you none because they done fed their goddamn self. They don't need you to take them out no more. The ladies went out. I went out with the guys down City View. We had a good time. So Cece and them were going out for a ladies night, ladies day out, whatever, to dinner. So it wasn't our foursome that we usually go out. So it wasn't like, it's your turn to pay, my turn to pay. This is the ladies going out. So I'm the man. I pop by to get my show off, big shot off. I'm going to pick up the tab. I stopped by there. Where were y'all at, ladies?
The Pike.
The Pike in Racingstown. So I stopped by there, showing off, getting my big shot off. How y'all doing? Man, they had a table full of food. I should have known then. I should have thought about what I was doing right there. Seriously, because the ladies, if that's what they want, Gina likes mussels. Gina will order an entree, and then she'll order mussels. Cece gonna get calamari, which is octopus. If y'all don't know, because I didn't know, she's gonna get calamari and crab bisque, no matter what her entree is. And when they gonna get in the bunny? I don't know how many plates Bunny ordered. That was crazy as I don't know what. She couldn't get the right deal with the entree that she ordered, so she just ordered a couple entrees. I solved this. I was like, so I didn't know, a table full of stuff. And I went over there and said, all right, this is it. This on me, ladies. I'm not part of it. Okay, no, this ain't got nothing to do with that. Bunny won't pay. No, it's my turn to pay. This isn't to go out. This is just ladies' night. Y'all doing the ladies thing, and I'm a man, so I came to pay. Now, I didn't know this part, though. This was the bad part about it was I just pay, hey, baby, okay, and I'm talking to my wife. I just give her the card. Baby, go ahead, take care of that. You know what I mean? See you when you get home. Everybody making a big deal, thank you party and all this kind of stuff. No, I'm going home because I got some cluckers in me. She come home, she give me the card and stuff like that. I said, how much was this? Not knowing. How much was the meal?
$248.
$250. And there's 5 people there. So guess what? The bill ain't no higher than it always is. It's just more people. The part that I'm saying is I need everybody to follow this. Men, these ladies out here have now put themselves in a position where they go on their own trips. They go to Jamaica without your dumb ass. They go to dinner without your dumb ass. They watch Broadway plays without your dumb ass. They go out and buy a brand new car. Everybody that's on this show got a brand new car without your dumb ass. You put yourself in a position, men, where you become expendable. That's the truth. The ladies have their own darn money. We went out, all of us, big me, 3D Ham, and all of us. Ain't none of us spent $50 on no meal. Would have been sideways at each other if anybody that would have. The ladies go out and they treat themselves. They treat themselves. I'm just so proud of how far they come. Gina and them are retired from the state of Maryland. She got her own damn money. Man, our income in our house is really based upon mine because I got a little more than my wife. But if I die tomorrow or she leaves my black ass, CC is retired from the state of Maryland. She's gonna still drive. She ain't gonna drive that Range Rover. I ain't gonna say she's gonna go do that. I don't know if she's gonna live in Ramstown, but she's still gonna have her own car. She's still gonna have her own house. She's gonna still shop whenever she wants. She's gonna still do whatever she want to do. Why, y'all? Because they have their own money. Men, we falling behind the curve. Catch up. We falling behind the curve. Catch up. You get what I'm saying? When they say I'm just gonna go for a ride to the store, every now and then say, I'm going. Oh no, I'm okay. I'm going. I don't want to go to the market with my wife. I can't stand it in the market with my wife. She's a procrastinator.
The feeling is definitely mutual.
I'm trying to get in there and out of there. But I ain't gonna do that now because I know it's not my position now. Gina Lee popped by my house the other day for no reason with hat number 2. Because she saw it. It said, to God be the glory. She said, Party would like this hat because he says this all the time. This is nice. I'm going to bring this to him. She didn't go get a loan. She didn't go to the credit union. She reached in her damn pocket and bought something nice for somebody as a noble gesture.
Hey,
the ladies have their own money. Hey, listen. That was my long segue into my point. Times have changed again. They're coming back. They showed Giannis, the Greek Freak, and his team, the Milwaukee Bucks, at the White House again, accepting their presentation, their congratulatory comments from the president again. When we was running around with you, Mr. Trump, nobody even went to the White House anymore. Nobody won. Basketball didn't go. Football didn't go. High schools didn't go. Nobody went to the White House anymore. That's how disarray we were in. We're trying to go back to normal. The Milwaukee Bucks were in there with the new president getting their congratulatory reward. Shout out, Mr. President. Good job. You know what I mean? Now they running around getting they got a vaccine for 5 to 11-year-olds for the coronavirus. People over there lining up to get their kids vaccinated. You feel me? Progress. We're trying to get back to normal. We're trying to get back to normal. Men, take your rightful place back in your seats of authority as being the head of the household. Men, get back to normal. Sports, come back to the White House. Receive your great job. You're well doing. Get back to normal. Families, you get the vaccination. Your children are now eligible. Get your children the vaccination. If you don't know what's going on, talk to your aunts. Talk about your nephews. Gina Lee should have some type of input on her nephew, who she picks up every day to go to camp. You gonna tell me I am important enough in your life to pick this child, take him to camp every day, but I can't even give you my opinion on him getting vaccinated? I didn't say you have to get him vaccinated because I said so, but I should be able to sit down with you and give you my opinion on why I think he or she should be vaccinated. Or why should I be your cab? You can't use me for what you're using me for, and don't use me for what I'm good at. We are trying to get back to normal, society. Do whatever you can do to get back to normal. Daylight saving time was a great idea. 18 what, Gina?
1895.
1895? That's 100 years ago. So he could shoot some ducks or something. It ain't a good idea no more. It ain't a good idea no more. Change it. Running around. I'm not going to get the shot because you know what they did with the Tuskegee Airmen, whatever they call, Tuskegee pilots.
Tuskegee Airmen, you got it.
Yeah, the Tuskegee Airmen. I mean, some of this is dumb. They following me around. There you go. Want to follow your dumb ass? Here it is. Your phone. Not to give you no damn microchip in your arm with your dumb ass to follow you around. First of all, everybody give a damn where you going at.
Right. You're not that important.
Nope.
Yeah, you running around because you're sneaking around with that side piece. Before I get out of here, let me sing a song to you chumps that think you running around doing some slick shit. A lot of us didn't want to hear it, but let me tell you about it. I do not own the rights to this record. And hopefully this isn't my life. But who's making love to your old lady while you are out making love? You out there running around think you doing some of that side piece. Well, she got a side piece too. You feel me? Stop doing that. Let's get back to normal. All right, y'all. That was my time. I'm Party Marty. Thank you for my time. CC, let me ask you a question here. Because I don't see Doc today, so how Gina look with her topics? How we looking? She got enough to hold us?
We both got enough to hold us. I got a few, Gina got a few, so let's roll.
Well, drum roll, please. Let's get started. Hey, Gina Lee. Watch how I segue into you. Hey, first of all, welcome to Who You With. Oh. That's a good segue. That's good. Hey, y'all know, I mean, like I said, I'm not smart like my wife, and I don't force myself to learn everything like our historian Gina, nor do I have a PhD. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. My wife, Gina, and Doc always tell me, a lot of y'all tell me, I do a good job at this, being the mediator to this. Wait a minute, before I go, Gina, tell them what my hats are, Gina. Get ready, baby. Tell them how many jobs I got.
You got 5 jobs that are starting to mount, but you're creator, founder, moderator, host, and the person that goes live.
Not bad for an ex-West Baltimore dope fiend jailbird thug, huh? Told everything else about Party Marty. Run, tell that. Yeah, y'all. In life, anything that you're good at, you'll like. Anything you like, you'll be good at. Talking is my thing. God gave me the gift of the gab, and I got it. I like to talk. And thank you for allowing me to do so. Now, here's my new smooth move. It's called the segue in. I haven't segued in a while, so let me tell y'all how I go. I do it like this. I say, Gina. What's your topic today with Simply Us? I'm Party Marty. Let's talk.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Party Marty, and good morning, Cece.
Good morning.
Backing up on your topic, that they got apps now. If you want to know where your significant other is, you can just put an app on the phone, and it'll tell you where the phone is located.
And if you got to do all that, just get you another significant other.
There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
If you got to have a tracking device or somebody, they ain't for you.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's the bottom line to all of that. So, my first topic is officers shoot a black man 59 times.
Jesus.
Okay. And they are finally trying to bring charges against these 2 federal agents that shot him. Now, this happened in Atlanta, Georgia. It happened that he was in his, well, first of all, let me say his mother had called, her name is Monteria Robinson, and she called about 2 weeks before he was shot and said that her son was experiencing a mental illness crisis and that he had poured gasoline on the floor. And she was afraid that he was going to light the apartment on fire. And because they live in an apartment complex, it also would put the other residents in danger. So she called the police, and they charged him at that time with attempted arson. Well, he hadn't even gone to court for that yet. So what happened was he had a gun, and she called and said he was not on his meds. He had this gun and she was afraid for her life. So when the police came, 2 of the police officers had been sworn in as a federal task force. And so they came upon him when they saw the gun. They shot him because they said they felt threatened. Well, he hadn't fired a shot. And I ask you, how many bullets does it take to kill a person? 50 women. This the thing. They say that the coroner, when they examined him, the coroner said he was shot 76 times. The police report says 59. So his mother got an attorney, and she wants, of course, justice for her son. But there are laws. Now, check this out. There are laws. The 2 officers, by the way, because Cece has got me doing this. So we
right.
make sure.
Yeah, we gotta call out all cowards.
That's
If
right.
we know their name, we gonna say it.
Their name is Eric Hines. He's a deputy U.S. Marshal, and Christopher Hutchins, a Clayton County police officer. And like I said, they were working for a federal fugitive task force at the time that they shot this gentleman, and his name was I'm sorry, Jamarian Robinson, and his mother is Monteria. And these 2 officers, when they shot him, there are laws that protect these federal officers.
There we go again.
Here we go. So the law says, and even other judicial experts have said this is a case that they don't even feel is winnable. The complex web of decades-old Supreme Court rulings and federal law makes it exceedingly difficult for local prosecutors to successfully charge federal agents after a deadly encounter, even if they seem to have violated state law. Now they say there are protections to shield these officers from any sort of accountability.
Let me guess, qualified immunity.
Well, they say the first obstacle confronting the prosecutors is the Supremacy Clause of the Constitution, which says states must defer to federal law. Federal judges have long accepted the argument that it shields federal agents from state prosecution when incidents occur while they are on duty. And the lawyers say that this is just an uphill battle. They say that in recent years, increasing numbers of police officers, we all know, have been charged in the line of duty shootings or deaths, but no case, none have ever been successful against a federal agent. Not one. Not one. And they said that it doesn't, the investigation of abuse of the department they've got hundreds of complaints, hundreds of attempted suits, but none of them have been successful because of these laws that protect federal agents. So basically they're saying they can come and shoot you as many times as they want for whatever reason they want and not be held accountable. Never, ever has not one case has been successful. And it just, when I read this, I was just like, this is appalling. It's disgusting. It's wrong. It's, you might as well have just put another lynch mob out there.
59
because they can
times.
do what they want.
59 times they shot him.
59 times. And he never shot one bullet. He just brandished the gun. So you mean to tell me you couldn't, even if you did shoot to kill, do you mean that it took 59 bullets to take him down? Do you know how long it would take you to fire 59 bullets?
I don't even know if a gun is capable of, two guns are capable of shooting 59 bullets.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody had to reload. I'm an armed security officer. I carry a gun. You can't shoot anybody 59 times, not with two guns. That's 30 bullets a gun. There's no gun with 30 bullets. If so, it's called a machine gun. And you don't have a right to walk around with a machine gun.
And the whole thing, excuse me, the most disturbing part about when you hear these types of stories, it's like, well, it's disturbing on a whole lot of levels, but this always goes back to these antiquated laws. You know what I'm saying? These laws were written for a different time. You know, these laws were meant for a time when people actually honored their oath. You know, they honored the fact that they were a federal agent or whatever, and they took it very seriously. But now it's like people just slip. You got these rogue people that's just slipping through the cracks, and they in there and they doing stuff because they feel like they above the law and because they can. I don't think that anybody should be immune from prosecution, and no job should tell a person that they have that type of immunity, because that's why our system is created the way it is with three separate branches, because it's supposed to be a system of checks and balances in place. But if you tell a person that nobody can check you, it's never been done, and it can't be done, then our system of checks and balances is null and void.
You know, that goes all the way back to the Western days where people realize a word that they always use, lawless. I want you to think about the word lawless. What if there were no laws? What if the police didn't answer? What if you were back in Western times when you had one sheriff trying to take over a gang that's 20, 40 deep, a town with 200 people in, governed by a person? It's called lawlessness. That's just lawless. You know, like I said, I'm an armed security officer. I do private duty, and I watch those rappers and stuff when they come in. But let me tell you something. We're always worried about what we do, because even remember, y'all know back with Snoop Dogg and all that, when his bodyguard shot somebody, when Snoop Dogg was going in jail, people don't realize and stuff. Snoop never shot anybody. The bodyguard shot him. But Snoop was tied into that. He was worried about that. When they talked at Ray Lewis at no time stabbed anybody. He just didn't tell, because he gets tied into it. You telling us that the feds, damn anybody else on the outside, even the person that's firing the gun, will never face charges. You say, Gina, none of them have ever faced charges?
Ever. The Supreme Court ruled in 1890 that
here we go again, 1890.
You cannot press charges against a federal agent who is, while trying to protect or trying to perform his official duties.
And believe you me, if a precedent is set that you can't press charges against them, even if you try to file a civil suit, you ain't gonna win it. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna say if it wasn't actionable, in criminal court, then they're not going to do a daggone thing about it. So essentially, what you're saying is, if you're a federal agent, you got a free license to kill.
Free license to kill. There you go.
But
And
one thing, and that's why the racial climate and the climate with law enforcement is the way that it is today. Because, and you know that we do not condone or promote violence on this show, but these are not your beautiful people from 1890. You know what I'm saying? When things happen to us, we do things back. So that's one of the things that contributes to this whole charged climate, is the fact that people feel like they have no recourse against law enforcement. Like if they
right,
do something to you, they can just do it and just get away with it. You know, and
right,
that just shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be. I mean, it's wrong on so many levels, and you know, you can't, with good conscience, tell people to sit back and be gunned down in the street like a bunch of rabid animals. You know, people going feel like they going to defend themselves no matter who it is.
right.
Because who do
Exactly.
you call when the people that you call to help you are the people that are the offenders? Who do you call?
Exactly. And they say that, I mean, there's like 3,500 of these cops who are part of these task forces. The FBI, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms, and Drug Enforcement and DEA. You know, they've all been like acclimated by these agencies, and these agencies simply being a part of that task force, even though they are considered police officers, they are immune from prosecution. It's crazy. It's crazy that you can shoot an individual 50, and I'm not even going to use the 59. I'm going to say what the medical examiner said, 76 times.
There's no guns.
Times.
You know, let me say this before we move on. I just want y'all to understand exactly the whole format of podcasts, not just my podcast. Everybody has podcasts out there. Yo, this is information that you wouldn't be getting. I heard nothing of this. I heard nothing of this topic. I heard it on a podcast. Now, when I'm sitting around in my circle, later on, I'll be at Corinthians having a beer or two with my friend Michael Singletary, talk about the Bears, talk about the Ravens, and having a nice time and all. And if somebody comes up with the topic, I'll be able to comment on it. I ain't have to do none of the research. I ain't have to do nothing that Gina did. I don't have to be a television a historian. I don't have to be CC over there reading catch-up bottles and making sure I'm abreast of what's going on. You can just get to not have to be out any podcast, any place that you can get some information. People, I strongly urge you to get out there and get it. That's a heck of a topic. And these kind of topics, people like myself, when they start talking about it, if not for podcasts, I would be in the position of like I was under a rock. Everybody knows it but me. But because of these podcasts and stuff, I can talk on these topics. I don't sound dumb when Michael Singletary and them are talking. I'm not going to sound dumb when Gene and Cece are talking, Doc is talking. I'm not going to sound dumb when these people over there talking about stuff that the Wade versus Europe, all that kind of stuff. Like, I ain't reading about no Wade versus no damn by Article 6-19. I ain't reading that. But if it comes up on this podcast and some of these topics, at least I will be able to speak on it. I will be able to speak on it. I strongly urge y'all, it don't have to be this podcast. We get you some information. We're not reading the newspapers anymore. I don't watch a lot of news. On the news, bad news is all the news you'll ever see. But these kind of topics right here may even save your life. When the feds come up to you and they say something to you, dumbass, throw your hands up, get on the ground. They're not even going, you can't even sue them after they finish murdering you. Gina Lee said CC that not one case has been won by anybody pursuing this heinous crime of murder. What CC called cowards? Murderers.
Yeah.
CC
that we'll call them by their name. You federal agents, you're murderers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Try to get some of this information. Please try to listen in. I apologize, Gina. That had to be said. Back to you.
Okay, I'm just saying, but the guy Hutchins, he's still working. He's still doing his duty. He's still on duty. The other guy, Hines, he's on death duty. Until they take this to court. But like I said,
this the whole thing that this kills me with all these law enforcement cases. Their punishment is to get an easier job. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be in the street dodging bullets, or would you rather be up there sorting paper clips? Paper clips ain't 500, Alex.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'll fix me. Put me in the air conditioned room. Yeah, that'll fix
them.
There you go.
What else you got, Gina?
Okay. If that wasn't appalling enough, my second topic is a 72-year-old African-American Annapolis woman was found hanging from a tree.
Hanging from a tree?
Like lynched. Okay. And the police said there seems to be no foul play.
There we go.
Lord Jesus. They couldn't have said that, Gina. Your glasses must be fogged up. Yeah. They couldn't have said that.
What is that? Does not seem to be criminal
in nature.
There you go.
Let me get this straight. Well, they thought she just woke up one day, tied a noose around her neck, climbed up in the tree, attached it to the tree, and jumped. Because that's the only way it could. That's the only way it could be no foul play.
This was
where happened at?
Annapolis.
Annapolis.
Oh, not in Guam, not in Texas, nothing like that. Here.
No, this is right here.
Oh man,
this is right here.
That's sad.
Okay, and that's saying, okay. Fact number one: she's 72.
Okay.
So she ain't climb the tree.
Yeah.
Right.
Put the noose around her neck and jump out.
Let's start there.
Okay. That's fact number one. Number two, know if she stood on a chair. If she threw the rope over the thing and tied a knot and stood on a chair, she didn't kick the chair out by herself. They ain't find no chair.
And then which one of us? Let me say something else. Cece knows that I fancy myself as a handyman now. I'm not really good at it, but I buy all the tools. And I got a nice toolbox. You know, and I got everything. I have a Moonbells company, so we have all kind of stuff that we need to use to tie stuff down. How many, Gina, you got any ropes around your house?
Nope.
Karen said, hell, I'm 50-something and halfway can't climb up the steps. You and all the rest of us.
I want to know where do people get ropes from? I don't even see them in the damn hardware store no more. A real rope?
Okay.
Okay.
I got to just read this. Okay. They did not give her name. They say pending notification of her family. Approximately 7:30 a.m. Half the world ain't even up then.
Pretty much. She was up hanging herself though.
Thank you. Officers from the Annapolis Police Department responded to the 600 block of Bell Drive for the report of an unattended death. An unattended death. That's what they called it. Okay. And when they arrived, they located the 72-year-old female victim hanging from a tree. Preliminary investigation reveals the incident does not appear to be criminal in nature. That's what it says. This is our police department today.
I would like to be, first of all, that's disgusting and horrible. But I would like to be a fly on the wall when they contact this African American woman's family and tell them that they found their 72-year-old grandmother, aunt, mother, or whoever hanging from a tree, and there doesn't appear to be any foul play.
I can't. I'm waiting for what's that black? I don't even know his name.
Here come Ben Crump. That's right. Here come Ben Crump.
Here he come. Because that's just ridiculous. Appears to be no criminal intent.
Yeah.
And if anybody believes that, what does that make them, Gina?
A damn fool.
Damn fool.
Karen said that's 7th district and they're very prejudiced in that district. I tell you what, anybody that believe that, tell them contact me, give my cash app, tell them the Brooklyn Bridge is for sale, and I got the deed.
So you got the deed.
Just cash at me the money. I got you.
I'm telling you, it's just crazy.
It's hard to believe.
When I see these things, I'm like, I just sit here and my mouth just falls open. Cause I'm like, I want, well, I'll put it like this. I was brought up to believe that if you treat somebody a certain way, that they would treat you the same.
Right.
That's how my mother tried to raise me. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much until I think the first thing that really, and I was very young when this happened, the first thing that really like, wow, people kill each other was when JFK was assassinated. I really, I was like, dang, they killed the president. So I was like 5, 6 years old, and I really couldn't understand the whole thing. I understood it, but I didn't understand it. I understood how it affected all the adults around me. But then I went on through life. When I got on that ambulance and had to respond to a call, and the woman that I'm trying to help called me the N-word and told me not to touch her, that's when my eyes opened up. I'm doing a job trying to save your life, and all you see is my skin color.
It's a sobering reality, Jane. I'm telling you. I felt the same way working in those nursing homes and stuff. I worked in many nursing homes over the years, and I always enjoyed being a caregiver. You know what I'm saying? It was personally rewarding for me, but it's really something else when you in there somebody can't even wipe their own ass, and you in there trying to help them, and they calling you nigga every chance they get. Well, the N-word, excuse me. I don't want to get us put off the air, but, the N-word. They calling you everything they can call you but a child of God. And you in there helping them, the person that can't help themselves.
Right. I want to jump in here for a moment to tell y'all something. I'm going to get Gina to stop for a minute and catch up what's going on. Y'all know that Gina is an award-winning actress. And I want y'all to see how passionate she is just when she talks about topics. Just about topics. So you can imagine how she is when she plays a role as an actress. I want Gina to tell y'all she has 3 up-and-coming plays that's coming on. Did you just see her face when she just did that? Gina's an actress, but she's a natural actress. This is how she acts anyway. This is how she looks anyway. She's, when she looks at you, she's just a person that's decisive about situations, circumstances. especially affecting herself and others. So I want to take away from for a moment, and I want Gina to tell you some up and coming roles that you have, Gina, and where they're going to be, and some dates, please.
The first play that's coming up is called Christmas is Coming Uptown. It's going to be at the Arena Players. The Arena Players is at 801 McCullough Street in Baltimore. It's the oldest continuously running Black theater in the country. And it's a African American depiction of the Christmas story that we all know with Scrooge and all of them. But Scrooge in this case is a slum landlord who has an employer. His name is Bob Cratchit. And, the ghosts come and visit him just like in the regular story. But in this case, we're talking about changing a person's mind from being a slum landlord to helping your community. So that's
Wow.
what the story is about. And it will start on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and run until December 12th. The second play that I'll be in will be in January. And it is called Higher Learning. Higher Learning is in regards to I play a maid. And we have basically, when I say we, it's myself and another lady who is also a maid. We're best friends. We are very upset because the family we work for are getting a divorce. And if they get a divorce, then our money runs dry. Well, we've got to figure out a way to keep them together. But of course, my nephew doesn't understand why I would want to continue working there. He's on this trip that, African Americans shouldn't, you should be more proud of yourself than to continue to be a house slave and so and so. Okay. But I have to set him straight to let him know all those things that you consider me bringing as a house slave. All of the clothes you wear, all that came from Mr. Harrison's.
Gina, your sound getting crazy. Did you adjust anything?
No, I didn't touch anything.
You probably come back up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
It's just fuzzy.
Okay. It's fuzzy?
Yeah, it's like you're far away.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let me make sure my volume is all the way up.
Okay, that's good. Go ahead. Well, you good.
The next play will be called The Butler Did It. I'm sorry. The next play, and I don't even know the title of it. This one is
we know who did it though. The butler did it. You told that one.
This one is called Day of Absence. And I will say this. This play actually is very controversial. It's written by, and both of these, Higher Learning and Day of Absence, are written by Douglas Turner Ward, a Black writer and director. And Day of Absence is going to be for very open-minded people. First of all, we're playing this play in whiteface. Okay? He asked us all whether we had a problem with it. Of course, I was like, do what? So, but after I read the play, I realized why. We are playing the white people. And what happens is they wake up and there are no Black people
where we went. You mean no black people to cook your food, to watch the kids? No black people at all.
None of that. Oh, one man, I'm going to give you just one instance. One husband wakes up and is trying to wake his wife up because the baby's crying. She says, call Lulu. And he said, I can't find Lulu. She said, what do you mean you can't find Lulu? He said, I can't find her. Shut the baby up. She said, that baby doesn't know me.
Who, the mother said that?
Yes, because back in the day,
the black mother raised the child.
We took care of the kids.
Right, Lulu.
Everything. And this play is about, it sheds light on all the things that we did that they don't have a clue how to proceed. Don't have a clue. They're so mad that they're ready to send out a search party.
Can't live with us and can't live without us.
We got some stuff. The mayor of the town says, get together a search party. We got to find
Got to find
Yeah. I like all three of them. I like all three of them.
Butler did it, but it's a murder mystery, and so
that's right. And y'all can get out there to the Arena Plaza and see that first one on Black Friday instead of going out there spending some money that you don't have on some people that you don't like. Walmart probably told y'all the TVs was going to be $50, but they ain't tell y'all they only going to have 3, and it's going to be 300 of y'all in the store. So, skip all that foolishness and go see
Walmart don't have no layaway no more.
Right. Right. That's what killed me with these people that'll get up from the table with their family and run out here to go Black Friday shopping. They ain't false advertised. They do have a TV for $50. They just didn't tell you they only got 3 in the whole store. And then when you get there, they gonna say, oh, they all gone, but this one over here that cost $3,000, we got some of them. That's how they get y'all to spend y'all money.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell y'all, it works too, because CC, they drug us in there to get that 75-inch TV, didn't they? They got me up there to look at this 70-inch TV. They had it for $600. I ran up there. By the time we finished the TV, by the time I finished that TV was $2,500. It cost $2,000 more, the real one. The other one they was at the top.
Gina said she felt like she was going to go up there and hug Harbaugh.
Hey, listen. Hey, CC.
I ain't never seen a TV that big before in my life. I swear to God. I ain't lying. I asked 85 inches. I don't know what it is. I was like, that. I said, when they were showing when Tucker did a kick and they were showing the replay of the guy catching the ball, you know how the guy to catch the ball and set it there for Tucker to kick. It was like I was It was like
crazy.
I swear to God, I ain't never seen a goddamn TV.
Hey y'all, we watched the game over at CC and Al house in the man cave. I got an 85-inch giant screen, and that's what I do. We like doing the sports, and everybody that knows where we live, we'll be here on Thursday. We get together for the Raven games over.
Oh yeah, Ravens playing Thursday night this week.
Yeah, they're playing Thursday night. Just inbox me or something like that, man. We come by and have a good time. We had a nice time though, but it was fun. They trick you. They drag you in there with one thing. By the time I finished, TV cost $2,000 more than I thought I was going to spend. You feel me? They drew you in there with a $600 75-inch TV. You end up getting an 85-inch TV that was $2,500. So that's that. Hey, Cece, let me ask you, Gina, that was really good. Cece, we're going to go and break it up, get there to you and come back to Gina. If you send Gina out and she come back, you think that'll change anything with her sound team?
Probably not. She can click off and click back in if she wants to see.
Click
Okay.
off, click back and see if it
I'm
changes.
gonna leave and come back in.
No, there you go, right there.
Damn, yeah, you're right. Keep talking.
It's okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
fine
right
now.
now. Hey, and look, all you gotta do is tell the phone. You get ready to get rid of it. She start acting right then, don't she?
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
But listen,
Hey,
I want to go ahead.
That's what I was gonna say. Get in there, Cece. What's your topic today?
I got some topics, but I had something else that I read that was very interesting that I wanted to share before I even get into the topics. Because while we were on the what made me think of it is that we were on the subject about the holidays coming. And you know that crime is so rampant and stuff around the holidays. People get desperate. You know, we all have seen all these ATM thefts around town and all, but the thing that I read was I was reading an article about a young lady that was in North Carolina, and she voluntarily, for some reason, got in the car with this man. But once she was in the car with him, she started to feel uncomfortable because he took her across a couple of states and was going in the wrong direction and all of this kind of stuff. So she was in the car with him and she felt uncomfortable. Now, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm not a TikTok person. I don't have it on my phone. I don't know what to do. It just seemed like people doing a bunch of dumb dances to me.
I don't either.
However, the young lady said another motorist said that they looked over and saw the young lady doing a symbol that they saw on TikTok, which means that a person is in trouble and that they need help. So the sign is, I wanted to show it just in case. The sign is they put their palm towards you and they put their thumb like this and they put the fingers down over like this. So if you see somebody doing that, that's supposed to mean that somebody's in trouble and they need some type of assistance.
Everybody, please, let's learn this together. Show us one more time, see? Hand.
Palm facing.
Okay.
Thumb in.
Thumb in.
4 fingers down over the thumb.
4 fingers down over the thumb.
So I mean, we always.
One more time. Right. One more time. Let's go. Hand up.
Thumb in.
Thumb in.
4 fingers over the thumb.
4 fingers over the thumb. And that means help.
It means help. It means that a person is in trouble and that you should call law enforcement. This man that this young lady was with wound up being somebody that was into child trafficking and all this kind of stuff. And he was going to abduct this young woman. But another motorist looked over and saw that sign and recognized it from TikTok and called law enforcement, and this young lady was saved. Her parents had already reported her missing and everything. But this young lady was saved just from that. So I just said that to say that I think that's important for all of us to know, to look for, especially around this time of year. You may save somebody's life. And just to point out that, you know, all of these platforms, social media and stuff, all of this stuff isn't bad. It isn't all foolishness. You know what I'm saying? It might be most of the stuff is foolishness, but I thought that was really, and the sign was developed by an organization that specializes in rescuing trafficked and sex abused children. So I just wanted to share that. I just thought that was
hands up, CC. Great topic. Great one. One last one before you move on. Everybody together. Hand out. Thumb closed. Fist clenched. Good job.
So I wanted to share
that. That was a great time. I don't even know how you follow that. There's something bad you read. Hey, Doc. First of all, welcome, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
Good morning.
we done that, Doc. That was a feel good story. Cece, somebody get ready to die or get something get ready to happen to somebody, man. We done that.
I'm glad Doc popped in when he did because I wanted him to be here when I brought this one on.
Okay, let's go.
I wanted him to be here with this one. Southwest Airlines accused of racial profiling. A woman was on a plane, a Southwest airline plane, and a Los Angeles mother, and she was stopped and questioned for human trafficking after boarding Southwest Airlines flight with her biracial daughter. She got off the plane. Everything was fine. It was no issue. The Los Angeles resident says she booked a Southwest Airlines flight with her 10-year-old daughter, Maura, after getting word that her brother had suddenly passed and she was going to fly to Denver to see what was going on with her brother. As soon as they landed in Denver, when she was coming down the ramp to get off the plane, she was met by authorities, 2 police officers and a Southwest employee, and they tried to speak individually to her daughter, and she told them no, because her daughter's 10 years old. You're not going to talk to my 10-year-old daughter without me being present. But she did have the presence of mind to videotape the entire encounter on her phone because she knew that eventually something, she just thought it was an odd encounter. And they said that the flight attendants were concerned about the behavior when she boarded the aircraft. Nothing out of the ordinary happened or anything. And she said she didn't think anything about it until 10 days later. She was contacted by, she got a call from the human trafficking unit of the Denver Police Department, telling her they were calling up on the suspicions that she was a human trafficker. And the reason for this was because they said that her and her daughter never talked to each other the whole time that she was on the flight, and that she didn't allow her daughter to speak to other people or whatever on the plane. She said when she got on that her and her daughter boarded, and the last group of people boarded. And if anybody's ever flown Southwest, you know that they don't have assigned seating. So she said she went around and asked people, would they mind moving and everything so that her and her daughter could sit together. And some people moved around and, they let her sit with the child. And she said outside of that, it was just unremarkable and nothing ever, nothing out of the ordinary happened during the flight. But she said that it's because her daughter is a mixed race child and she's a white woman. So they thought that she was trafficking this little biracial child. And Southwest, in their statement, said, "We were disheartened to learn of this mother's account when traveling with her daughter. We're conducting a review of the situation internally, and we will reach out to customer to address her concerns and offer apologies for her experience traveling with us. Our employees undergo robust training on human trafficking. And above all, Southwest prides itself on providing welcoming and inclusive environment for the millions of customers who travel with us each year." I mean, that was real cookie cutter. And had she not videotaped this, once again, it come into play that, these same phones that get on our nerves can save our lives. Because had she not videotaped that, they made it seem like something really weird was going on. And then even when they stopped her, they never told her that they had reported her for suspicion of human trafficking. They stopped her like everything was all good, let her go head on, and then 10 days later, she gets a phone call that says that she's under suspicion for human trafficking. Excuse me. I mean, I just
racial profiling.
That's all racial profiling, plain and simple. Plain and simple. And
hey, Doc, let me ask you a question. First of all, thank you for joining us. Second of all, what if anything? We know that it's just wrong. What if anything does that person, that parent, do or say, or who do they contact about a situation like that?
Well, first I would tell them to definitely contact your lawyer because you have been racially profiled, and so the thing is, it don't matter if you never talk to your child the entire time. Your child might not like you. He might be mad at you right now. You took his cell phone from him. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? But to just randomly pick people out to say, you know what, I'm going to actually question your child and I'm going to take it further. See, to me, you know, some of that, you know, I think that they take certain things overboard. Now, yes, we do have a problem with sex trafficking, and we do need to have everybody watching out. But when you are watching out, and it seems like everybody that you feel may be doing something wrong is a person of color, that's the problem right there. Just like sex trafficking is a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
You're looking at me as a criminal because I have a light-skinned girl, or I have an albino child, or whatever the situation is, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that makes no difference, you know. And so I would say the only way that we're going to really be able to really stop this is to hold them financially accountable, because the people at the top don't really care if you like us or not. They really care about that bottom line, and anything that's going to affect their money, that's what they concerned about. And we have to keep on suing them. We have to keep on protesting. We have to keep on getting the word out so that people will say, well, you know what? Well, I'm not even going to fly Southwest for a year because of that. They don't want that. They don't want that. You know, I mean, they mistreated a friend of mine, you know what I'm saying, on that. And before, and actually I haven't flown on Southwest in a couple years. You know what I'm saying? And I've been on a bunch of flights. And so that type of stuff does affect people. So we got to put the word out of what they doing, hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying? And I would say also sue them. You know, because sometimes it ain't about the money. It is definitely about the principle, but the money will help.
Right, absolutely. And the thing that I thought that was interesting about this particular thing, Doc, was that this was a white woman. You know what I'm saying? She was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this was a white woman, but they profiled her because her daughter was mixed.
They did the same thing though with a young man that was actually with his grandmother. His grandmother is white, and they pulled them over. You know, I'm talking about, you know, somebody said that they thought that she was in trouble and this, that, and the thing. It was his grandmother, young boy just learning how to drive, and he gets pulled over, and he's got his grandmother in the car, and they had the boy on the ground. They put him in handcuffs, you know, and they asking her, are you okay? They thinking that he done carjacked her, making her go to the safe or something, or making her go to the ATM machine, and it was her grandson. You know, and I mean, so the moment they see something different, just like the man who was babysitting, and he took them out to the mall, and they did the same thing with him. Yeah, you know, it's the same case.
Yeah.
So if you see if somebody sees a dash of color, if they see a dash of color in the situation, you wrong.
Right. And the lady said that they would have never been having this conversation if her daughter was blonde hair, had blonde hair and blue eyes. It wouldn't even have been an issue. Whether she talked to her, whether she let her talk to the flight crew or whatever. Some people don't let their children. So I don't care if it's the pilot and the flight attendant. Some people have taught their children. I'll never forget when my kids were coming up, they were latchkey kids. I taught them, don't let anybody in this house if I'm not here. My mother could go there and knock on the door. And they'll say, sorry, Grandma. My mother said, we can't let nobody in. When you teach your kids something, you teach them that, and it applies in all circumstances. If you taught your children don't talk to strangers, they strangers.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only way we're going to stop that, is to hold them accountable and keep holding them accountable.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, and I'm going to take the other side of this. There are quite a few people of different nationalities who have adopted, like in this case, adopted other races of children, So,
That's true.
a lot of times, we may, not we, but, people may see that and automatically think something's wrong. So, again, that it, I'm gonna say maybe even though she might have felt that something was wrong, maybe it didn't hurt to find out.
You know
what I'm saying? I mean, suppose this young lady. Go ahead.
But and that's true. That's true too, Gina. That's very true, because it could have really been a crisis and nobody looked into it. But at the same time, I mean, it got to be some kind of red flag that lets you know that you need to keep a close eye on it. Just because, I mean, this is 2020, right? This is 2021. It's so many biracial children out there, and so I mean, Lord knows it's just as many biracial people out here as it people African Americans or as it is Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? So this is not like this should be an oddity to you. Like, this should be something that's out of the ordinary because you see a mixed race child with a white parent. And I mean, was something going on? Did the child look scared? You know what I'm saying? It was none of that. It was
actually,
none of that.
Actually, I don't even know if you noticed, they had a study out that was saying that pretty much with the rate things are going, that by 2065, there may not be a pure white person in America. They saying that it will be, if there will be, because that they already said the rule is if you have one drop of blood, if you are 1/8 black, that you are considered black.
Right.
And that comes from the Plessy versus Ferguson, going all the way back, as far as with the law. And so that's saying that, if you are 1/8 black, that you are considered black. They have said that with the way that the children, so even some of these races, even some of the people that's in the Klan, their children are gravitating to people of color. That girl was coming home with a black brother. You know what I'm saying? And so they're saying that, so if they have a child together, that child is going to be black.
Absolutely.
I don't care how pure Anglo-Saxon you can say that he is, that person is. If they hook up with a black girl, if that person hooks up with a black boy, that child is going to be black.
Absolutely. You can take them crayons out the box and mix any other color with black. It's going to overpower it. So anything mixed with black is black.
That's right.
Wow. That's a good way of putting it. We run into all kind of problems and situations in life, and this, as you listen, doesn't it? I wouldn't say scare you, but isn't it? For lack of words, isn't it different how we all have different situations that we're dealing with? People, all kind of things you're dealing with. Real talk. Gina and I worked our whole life at Cece. We're not gonna really throw Cece in there because Cece retired young. She started working that she was so young, and in the field we got a 20-year retirement, so she got out. But Gina and I, we already had our format. We already knew we had to work till we were in our 60s. We had to put something away. Our parents drilled it in us, and we came up that we were successful and got a couple dollars and all this and that. And we thought that it was it, but it's at the point now where even when you get up there, y'all, you still gonna have to have some other kind of income. You can get retirement and Social Security, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, it's just not enough. It's not enough. People deal with all kind of problems. It don't really have to be a financial problem. It don't have to be you caught the plane and somebody chastise you because you look albino but somebody reported you because they thought you stole the child. Somebody's job is now not hiring. Trump and them and the good old boys have stormed the White House. I just want to know how in the world a person in this society. I mean, I'm more in favor of my race as being black, but I just don't know how you could be prejudiced now. The man won our mortgage at $1,700 3 days ago. He don't give a damn what color we are, as long as we pay him that money.
Long as the money green.
Long as that money's green. I just don't know how this sick society that we live in, how y'all can still run around now, you know, being mad at somebody that did something to you 2 years ago. Not even a heinous crime. The lady at work. Okay, the lady at work is an ass. How many people can tell me, y'all, how they come to work? Doc, you know, Gina know, I know, Cece know, how they come to work. Everybody out there at Perkins and Shepherd Pratt and all them know how many people go to work and they start talking about, well, I don't like them because of this, because of that. Y'all go to work and you get clicked up. You're part of every mob because y'all go to lunch together and all that kind of stuff like that. Y'all call everybody your friends. We co-workers. Co-workers, man. Just because we shoot ball together don't make us friends. Because me and Ted run broads together and bang guns together don't make us friends. We run broads together and bang guns together. You know, right now we're so confused with lumping everybody into the same thing. Y'all confusing yourself. You're confusing yourself if you think that it's not going to happen to you. I was at work. They falsely accused me at work. You know what I mean? It's okay as long as it ain't nobody else. The boy Tisdale from up there, them Tisdale boys, John and Gregory Hardy and them phone booth bandits from Warwick Avenue and Thomas Dock. Up there when they locked me up for child support. I'm up there telling them, I don't believe this happened to me. Why is this happening to me? The boy said, Party, why not you?
Right.
Look, how many rob, pillage, and plunder we done got away with? Now you got locked up for something you didn't do. Why not you? I mean, why not you? Y'all get some information. Try to learn something. If nothing else today, I watched this podcast. If I didn't learn anything else today, if I'm a deaf mute and somebody does something wrong to me and I see somebody that can help me, I learned today to put my hand up, put my thumb across, make a fist. I don't know nothing about TikTok, and I'm not going to learn anything about TikTok, but TikTok saved somebody's life.
Yeah.
And I'm appalled if you out there in podcast land, you didn't just learn what we taught you. You didn't learn that, and then later on, your dumb ass don't know the sign. But you know this, though. You know the game. You know this. You know what I mean? You know we number one. You know what I mean? I don't even know how that thing goes. Wait a minute. Is this East? Is this East Baldwin? My fingers on this. What's the East? This what?
That's West East. I don't know the East side. I don't know East side. You got West side. I don't know East side.
Yeah, but y'all know all them signals and stuff like that. But the one that could save your life, you don't know it. You ever listen to them sing the words to the song? They know every word to the rap song.
Yeah.
But yet you try to teach the little dumb kid A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They can't learn the alphabet. You didn't teach your kids the alphabet, but you taught them, you know. Hey, Jana. Get in there, Jana Lee. What's your topic?
Okay. I'm going to bring it back down. Oh, man. Well, I had 4, and this is the third one. The third one is, why didn't the first responding officer provide first aid to Ahmaud Arbery when he arrived? Well, I've been kind of sort of watching the case.
Me too.
Excuse me, Gina, not to cut you off. When you say responding officer, police officer or medic or something?
This was a police officer.
Okay.
When they flagged him down and he pulled over. When he saw the Travis McMichaels and the father and the son, he got out the car. He said they were pacing back and forth. He noticed that the son had blood on him. And then he noticed Ahmaud Arbery laying on the ground. So the attorney asked him, when he got to the scene, did he administer first aid to Ahmaud Arbery? And his statement was that his first instincts was, when I got to the scene, I scanned. This is what he says he's supposed to do. I scanned the area for any immediate threats and then scanned the area for any victims that need emergency medical aid. He says the reason he did not provide medical care was he didn't know how.
Mm.
He didn't know CPR stuff?
That's what he says.
This a police officer.
This a police
Everybody
officer.
got to learn that.
He said he did not because I did not know any of the people or any of the facts or circumstances to what had happened. Being that I was the only officer on the scene without having any other police units to watch my back, there was no way I could have switched my attention to anything medical and still be able to watch my surroundings and watch after my own safety. He also told prosecutors he did not have the adequate training to render aid, and his vehicle lacked proper equipment to help gunshot wounds or critical injuries. Now, he also says in the next breath, well, how did you assess Mr. Arbery? He said, well, I noticed that the blood had exceeded his body. He was laying on his stomach, and apparently he was bleeding out. So there was blood outside of the perimeter of his body. And he said he heard a death rattle of him breathing. So they asked him, well, what is a death rattle? He said, that means they're close to death.
So he had enough training to know what a death rattle was, but he ain't have enough training to put a sock over top of the wound.
Well, and none of that. So I just wanted to bring that up because, I mean, I know they're not prosecuting him per se, but I thought that was just, for a mother to sit there in that audience and know that the first person that could have come and perhaps rendered some aid to her son didn't. His first instincts were, now he got out his car. He said he put on his, and in the trial, they're showing his body cam footage. So, and this is other footage other than what we've already seen. So he got out the car. He's standing there with the McMichaels. He didn't feel threatened then, but his instincts were to put up crime tape. Okay?
Because he had already made up his mind that he was going to let him die.
That's
now,
it.
Now, at this time, if the McMichaels lack of name have blood on them, then first of all, they had to be close enough when they shot him that blood splattered.
Exactly.
Right.
And the weapon is still somewhere. So he immediately handcuff them.
How about that? That's my next point.
That's how your
Okay,
first course of
because
safety is to handcuff every damn body.
You know, if you and I was standing there and he drove up and we got blood on us and some white man is laying in the daggone middle of the street,
we handcuffed.
I'm going to jail.
Handcuffed.
Right.
Yeah, you going to jail.
We're gonna be
Straight to
handcuffed
jail.
on the ground.
That's
Immediately.
the first thing you do to make the surroundings safe is
Is to
handcuff
neutralize the
everybody.
threat. The threat is the person standing there
Neutralize
with the
the threat.
shotgun.
Thank you. I can't wait till they go back and cross-examine. But
Give me a minute, Gina. Give me a minute.
He
Respond
need to be prosecuted. The
exactly.
officer, he should be prosecuted.
If for nothing else,
You ain't gonna tell me that out of all the training that they give, that they have not had one class of CPR, which they're supposed to be mandatory in all of the training and all of the trainings for police officers, but he didn't know how. That don't even make any sense. I don't even understand that. So my tax dollars. So that mother had to listen to testimony of her tax dollars helping to pay his bill of the same person that's supposed to protect and serve him. And he's having a lackadaisical conversation, you know what I'm saying, with the people that was the murderers.
Right.
And if nothing else, he should be prosecuted for dereliction of duty, because that is definitely, you know, that he definitely dropped the ball on that one. And even with this whole thing, Gina, is going to be worse than George Floyd, because of the fact that, you know, that first of all, they have been unable to really, even when they was doing a jury selection, it was a problem. They had 12 black people that were there to be trying to be on the jury, and they struck down every last one of them except for one. So now this jury is comprised of one black person and everybody else
11 white people and one black person.
And one of them, they dismissed him because he made a racist joke.
Yep.
They dismissed one of them. So if one of them actually just happened to get dismissed, I know it's more than one of them that's racist on there.
You know it. He made a joke to one of the police officers or something, saying that
to the bailiff.
How come what's his name? Can't remember the boy's name. Why did he only get shot 6 times? Jacob Blake, I think is his name. Why did the police only, this is a joke, why did the police only shoot him 6 times? And the man said, why? And he said, because they ran out of bullets.
Wow.
And he thought that was funny.
He thought that was funny.
So I already know what his vote was going to be at the end of this.
And this is someone that they picked to be on the jury.
But they didn't pick any of those black people. And one of the people that they struck down was former law enforcement, the black guy.
Yeah.
You know, but Cece made a good point when she just said that. Y'all know that was just a comment that she made, but it could be true. This could topple George Floyd.
Yeah, I just got a bad feeling about this, and I think that this is going to wind up getting really, really ugly. You know.
Is that
it is.
Oh yeah, and the Rittenhouse case too.
Well, they're setting that up. They're setting that up to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they already said, when they started saying that you cannot call the victims, they said you cannot call the victims, but you can call them looters and rioters. You can call them, you know what I'm saying, rioters, all this and that, but you cannot refer to people who were shot and killed.
Now, excuse me for a minute.
Victims.
Hold up, guys. This is the one thing that y'all won't do out there in podcast land that I'm famous for. If I don't know, I'll stop you and find out. I don't have a clue what y'all are talking about. So that I can talk on this topic, what are y'all talking about?
Rittenhouse is the young Caucasian man that shot and killed the Black Lives Matters protesters. Trump's the one that Trump was trying to defend. That
Okay.
I
that's
think that
Rittenhouse.
was in Milwaukee. Is that
Yeah,
where
it was
is?
in Kenosha. Hmm.
So what happened? What's going on?
He went. His mother dropped him off at the Black Lives Matter protest, and he went there to the protest and shot and killed. Well, he shot 3 people, but one of them didn't die. One of the guys actually testified in the trial yesterday.
A portion of his shoulder was blown off.
He lost 90% of his bicep, and
Right.
he was up there testifying. And they said they tried to make him think that by the time they got finished cross-examining him, they had it set up where as though him getting
He
shot
was the
was his fault.
aggressor.
It was his fault because he had a gun in a state where it's legal to carry. And he had a gun. The footage showed he approached Rittenhouse with his hands up. He had the gun, but he had his hands up so that he could prove that he wasn't no threat. And he shot him right there, sitting on the ground. Just turned the shotgun on him and just shot him like nothing. And killed the 2 other protesters.
And they were trying to stop him from getting away. They wasn't
Right.
trying to harm him. They didn't. Nobody else shot
right,
at him.
because
Nobody
they
shot
said
at him.
that they said they thought it was an active shooter, which he was really.
I was getting ready to say, damn, I'm confused. So what were y'all talking about? You can call them victims, but you can't call them whatever now?
You can't call them. You can't call them victims. The judge put out that the people as they address in the court whenever they mention them, that they can call them the rioters. He shot the rioters. He shot the looters. He shot the antagonists. You know what I'm saying? But they cannot say that the victims who were shot. Meaning, like, to me, I thought if you dead, you're a victim.
Right.
If you got shot, you a victim. But they're saying that they cannot use that language because it may be prejudice towards the against the young man. It's
So the
crazy
judge
because
was
he
the one
came.
that said
Yes, he came from Illinois. He drove all the way from Illinois to
And
come
his
there.
mother drove him there. His mother drove him there.
to
Right,
participate
right.
in the Black Lives Matter movement.
No, well, he said he was coming there to protect property, but actually old footage on his Facebook page came up with him talking about he can't wait to shoot somebody, he can't wait to do certain things. He just want to get into it, and he had the gun and he was taking pictures with it with all of this crazy stuff, and that's why when after this happened, he went to a Trump rally and they at a bar and they were taking pictures with him, selfies with him because they looked at him as a hero.
And Trump said he was a hero. The sitting president at the time said that he was a hero, that he should not be prosecuted. He didn't even want him to be arrested. He said that he was a hero and that he would help with whatever he could to defend him.
It's crazy.
And after he shot the people, he got up, walked down the street with his gun in hand, and walked right past, as close as you are to that wall, he walked right past the police with the gun in his hand.
Got away.
And the police saw him?
Yes. And
Yes.
they did not stop him.
The people were yelling to the police
It's
to
him.
stop him,
They were
arrest
yelling,
him.
"It's him,
They were
it's
saying
him."
that he just shot 3 people. Arrest him, please arrest him. And they let him walk right by him. He was waving and stuff.
Yeah.
They waved at him
had
and let him go right by.
They
So
had
he's
tanks.
locked up now, though. He's in jail now, right?
Yeah,
No.
he
Is
got
he
out.
out on bond?
He went out on bond. I don't know if he's
But he's
actually
in
locked
court
up
now.
now. I don't even know if he's locked up now. I know that he
I'm not
was
sure if
definitely
he's
locked up.
or not, but I think he's out on bond.
Actually, the what happened was he was locked up for a little short time, But the guy that played the little boy on the show Silver Spoon
Yeah.
put the money up and bailed him out. Silver Spoon. I guess he said he wanted him to have a you young, you white, you need a silver spoon in your mouth, and I'm gonna pay your bail. It was $100,000.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He put up $100,000.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. He
The one from Silver Spoon, the little boy. That's why I keep calling him the little boy. That was always riding a little train around in his house on the show. He's the one that put the money up to get the killer out.
I think Scott Bale put some money up too.
He did. I think he put up 50,000, and the other one put up 100,000.
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Who's the boss?
One thing, love him or not, one thing that Trump did is good. I thank God for Trump because he opened our eyes. You know, we had these people around us all the time thinking these people was above board, thinking they was good people because it wasn't socially acceptable to say and do the things that they do now because nobody would have put up with it in the past. But when Trump made them comfortable enough to come out and show their true selves, we got to be thankful for that. We got to be thankful for that because we had some straight up wolves in our midst and didn't even know it.
Telling you. I'm telling you.
We know now.
We know now. Yeah. We know now. And right now, even post-Trump, they so comfortable, they all coming out. You know, they all coming out telling us letting us know what they've really been thinking about us the whole time.
The whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they right out for the forefront. Everybody knows that this was an actor in Silver Spoon. Everybody know this was an actor in Facts of Life. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'm gonna pay your bail. I don't care what consequence goes with it. Mm-hmm. Make America great again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now they all come.
Scott Bale was the Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's who Scott Bale is.
Mm-hmm.
That's Scott Bale. That's not the Silver Spoons guy, though.
Now, I know which one is Silver Spoon, the kid. I remember him, but I know Wax On, Wax Off.
Wax On, Wax Off. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, CC or Gene, anybody got the last topic?
I got one more.
2 more.
I got one more.
All right, Gina, you go. CC, then you, Gina. Go, Gina.
My 2 are very short.
Okay.
This was yesterday, I believe. They some little kids. I want to call them little kids because they were in elementary school, and they passed around some gummy candy that contained cannabis. And they were out on the playground. They passed it around. Well, some of the kids got sick. And this was at a Waldorf elementary school right here in Maryland. And some of them allegedly had to be taken to the hospital because they said they were sick from the candy. Teacher kids don't accept stuff from other kids, stuff like that.
And guess what? And and parents, don't be so blind and don't be so naive. If I remember correctly, these kids were like in the 8th grade or 5th grade or something like that, old enough to know better. Somebody knew those gummies was infused, and somebody told somebody else. They just wanted to try it, and they wasn't sick. They was high.
Yep, the teacher had to confiscate the candy and reported the incident to 911. So that they could get medical assistance for them. But, I think about this in terms of, thank God it was just cannabis.
Right.
Suppose it was cocaine. Yeah, suppose it was something more dangerous, suppose it had fentanyl in it.
I was about to say the same thing.
So please teach your kids not to accept stuff like that. And the last but not least, the oldest Black-owned restaurant in the country. Wait a minute, let me get to it. Okay. Okay, the restaurant is in. Okay, my computer's a little slow. I apologize. But okay, it's in Marianna, Arkansas, and it's called the Jones Barbecue Diner, and it's the oldest Black-owned restaurant in the country. It was originally opened by James Jones and his wife Betty back in 1910. And it's still widely known for serving the best barbecue pork with a secret sauce. And so the gentleman that they interviewed, his grandfather was James. And to this day, they passed it down from generation to generation. And it's well known for its special sauce. It started, from a hole in the ground. He said the family's initial barbecue setup was a hole in the ground, some iron pipes, and a piece of fence wire and 2 pieces of tin. And he sold barbecue pork dinners on Fridays and Saturdays off of his back porch. That's how he started this business. So the business, like I said, is the oldest in the country, has real deep roots, has a very savory taste that's being passed around. And so, I just wanted to mention that if anybody ever goes to Arkansas, check it out.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Great job, great job. That's a feel good. CC,
I'm going to save my next topic for Thursday. It's one that'll keep. So I'm going to save my next topic for Thursday. That was the perfect way to end the perfect show.
Yeah, that really was. You know what I mean? Hey, what a team, y'all. Hey, everybody out there in podcast land. Once again, y'all, thank you for allowing us into your home and into your computer, into your ear, into your car, or whatever it is that you listen to Simply Us on. We're happy to be part of it. We're not a black show. We're not a white show. We're an informative show. Gina, you got something to say?
No.
We're gonna go around there with closing thoughts now. Gina, closing thoughts.
I'm gonna go back to our closing thought that we had from the very, very beginning. I want everybody out there to be God. Greatness on
display. Good point. CC, closing thoughts.
My usual. Right. First of all, we're still encouraging everybody to look into when you should get your booster shots and continue to wear the mask. I don't care what they say. If you go to Singapore, they said that Singapore is not even paying the medical bills of unvaccinated people anymore. If you're not vaccinated and you catch COVID in Singapore, that bill is on you. So just keep that in mind. People's attitudes are changing towards people who are willfully unvaccinated. So I just throw that out there. But my usual is commit a random act of kindness today, everybody. Buy somebody a cup of coffee, call somebody and tell them that you love them. Don't put off everything for tomorrow that you can do for today, because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. So just do something, say something nice, do something nice, whatever you can think of, pay something forward, and just a kind word and a kind gesture can change somebody's day. Might change their outlook. They may be thinking of doing something crazy, and just that one little act of kindness from you may make the difference in somebody's day and in their life. So pay it forward and do a random act of kindness.
Good one. Please, everybody out there that are dealing with this pandemic and stuff like that, if you have decided that you aren't going to get vaccinated, don't be Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Get you a damn t-shirt. Say, I ain't getting the shot. Go out there, don't sneak around and cough on us and all that and make you think that you're normal and you cool and all that. And you're not. You know what I mean? Be somebody important. Be yourself. Hey, party, I ain't get the shot. I'm a damn fool. I don't care. I'm getting ready to kill some more people by way of stupidity. First of all, I got a word for them. What are they, Gina and CC?
Damn fools.
But go ahead, y'all. If you gonna go up and be an asshole, be your own asshole. Stick with it. You know what I mean? If you gay, be gay. You know what I mean? If you're not getting the shot, don't get the shot. If you black, be black. Whatever it is you're doing and stuff like that, own it. That's all I'm saying. Hands up to a great show. Hands up to another great show. Hey, everybody tomorrow. Hey, wait a minute. Nothing else, y'all. Hands up. We learned this. Hands up. Go see. Thumb across. Fingers down. That means help. Someone is in distress. Help somebody today. Hey, y'all. Let me bring you home. May the work I've done speak for me. May the life I've lived speak for me. When I'm resting in my grave, oh Lord, may they all say, may the service we give on these podcasts speak for me. Hands up. Hey, listen, everybody out there tomorrow, get in here tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Make sure that you got your daylight savings time or whatever that dumb shit is, right? 11 o'clock when they start talking about Spotlight on Small Businesses. Gina Lee has some new products she want to show you. I've been 2 days making baskets. I got a few nice baskets to get out there for everybody to see. We got something special we're going to talk about promoting. We're giving away some free stuff. Hey, y'all, real talk. This is Cancer Awareness Month. We need to talk more about it. So tomorrow when we do our Spotlight on Small Business, we will also be talking about Cancer Awareness Month. You know what I mean? They're doing this with us with February, and we have Black History Awareness, and it's getting past, and before you know it, February is over. This cancer thing is a platform for people. Shout out to my big cousin Helen Tate, cancer survivor. Shout out to my friend David Coleman Nick, who's never smoked a cigarette a day in his life, cancer survivor. It's some cancer survivors out there, y'all, that we need to go off and tell them, good job. Glad that you're here. Thank you for hanging in there. I hope the dialysis is working. I love you. Here's a basket. Thank you for anything, but we need to make sure to thank these people that's surviving through this cancer awareness now. It doesn't have to be the Cancer Awareness Month, but it is the Cancer Awareness Month. So let's get out there and tell somebody we're glad they're here. I'm glad you're surviving. I'm glad you're with us. And I'm going to take this time right now to tell you I love you. All right, y'all. Another great show. Good ending, Gina. Very powerful ending, CC. Thank you for leaving it right there. Kenny Davis, take us home. Now get out there, y'all, and have a great day on purpose. All God owes you is His grace and mercy. That's our time. See you tomorrow at 11. I'm Party Marty. That's my time. I'm out.